Hi and welcome to David Tom Creation's channel. Today's video is just a kind of tribute to Vangelis, who, as you probably know, died earlier this week, aged 79. So I thought I would do a track using the Hydrasynth and my Wavestate because I was a huge fan of Vangelis and his especially Blade Runner soundtrack. As you probably know, if you've ever watched any of my Wavestate videos, that I do tend to veer towards the sort of sci-fi end of the preset scale. So I mean, a lot of my presets are soundscapes, kind of pads, and very much kind of sci-fi orientated. And I mean, if you look at some, I think if you look at the patch names, then you realise that most of them are named after either sci-fi films or books or something to do with sci-fi. I started reading sci-fi when I was about, I don't know, 14, 15, I think. And I got into Vangelis around about that sort of time as well. And I had Heaven and Hell LP, which unfortunately I don't have. I think I've only got John and Vangelis. I've been working on doing a track just as a kind of tribute to the genius that was Vangelis. And Blade Runner in particular, I mean, it's one of my favourite films top 10 favourite films, and I mean it's one of these films that I remember where I saw it, which cinema, everything that was kind of going on around about that sort of time. If you know anything about the Blade Runner soundtrack, you'll know that the Yamaha CS80 was the main synth that he used for that. And there's an article in Music Radar about Vangelis and his kind of earlier music and basically his kind of career, and it mentions the CS80 and how he spotted it at the London Music Fair in 1977, and it hadn't even been released in the UK, and there was a 6-month waiting list. So he managed to get a loan of one for a couple of weeks, and it allowed him to decide that he was going to buy one. And he ended up using the borrowed machine for the album Spiral, which I'm not really familiar with, so I might download that and see what it's like. So to avoid the waiting list, he ordered one directly from Japan, and then it became a mainstay of his studio. Yeah, and the one most interesting fact about the CS80, which I didn't realise until I read this article, that it weighed 82 kilograms. I'll just say, sorry, it weighed 82 kilograms. Now, my heaviest synth is like maybe 13. I think I've had one about 12, 13 kilograms. So, I mean, what was it made of? I mean, was it carved out of marble or something? Or, I mean, how could they move it? I mean, 82 kilograms is like 4 suitcases, going on your holly bags. It's unbelievable. Really, really, I want to know now what it was actually made of. I mean, was it solid wood or I mean, I had no idea. Anyway, so that's probably a really interesting fact that I found out reading this article. So I'll leave a link to it in the description. I've done a track featuring the Hydrasynth Blade Titles preset, funnily enough, which has to be possibly one of the best presets of any synth. And also I'm using 2 from my Wavestate. I started off with Dreamscapes, and then halfway through I switch over to Dubstar, and it took me about an hour to go through all my presets to figure out which ones were kind of going to match up well, and kind of give a kind of, you know, background kind of feel to the kind of the main Hydrasynth preset. So anyway, like I said, it's about 7 minutes, so I'm sure you can struggle through that. So anyway, that is it for today. Like I said, it's just a quick video, and like I said, there's a couple more coming next week, as per usual. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.